Acoustic Guitar Forum. I am here today to demo and review this guitar that I just purchased. This is a Martin 0018 GE Custom. I got it off of Guitar Forum, AGF, classified section. I was over there perusing like we do, even though we're not looking for anything. Like the idiots we are, we cruise over there and then we see something we have to have. Such was the case with this guitar. I've owned a lot of Martins, relatively speaking, in the short 5 or 6 years I've been playing guitar. And I think I've been slowly working my way towards this model. I've owned 0028 VS, 0028 VS. I had 2 Claptons, the 0028 EC. I had an OM35, a D18, and a 0018 VS UMGF model. All wonderful guitars in their own way. As I stepped through all the different models and body sizes and tone woods, I slowly boiled down that to me, the 000 body size, 14 fret, with the short scale is the perfect guitar for me fit-wise. Obviously, as you just saw and heard, I play fingerstyle guitar with no nails. To me, the 000 14 fret short scale is the Swiss Army knife of the Martin guitar line, which is probably why I owned 2 of the Claptons. I love the V-neck on it. That is the perfect neck for me, without a doubt. What caught my eye about this guitar, the 0018 GE was a model that I hadn't gotten to yet. But it was something that I was pretty sure I would eventually definitely try and probably really like, based on all of the positive, glowing reviews from the people who have owned them over the years. I don't think I've really ever seen a bad review on 0018 GE. The standard 0018 GE is a 00 body size, short scale, Adirondack top, mahogany back and sides, short scale, 24.9 inch neck, 1 3/4 inch nut, 2 5/16 inch string spacing, the forward GE bracing, scalloped Adirondack bracing. You know, just makes it the perfect fingerstyle guitar. You know, it actually plays all styles well, but it's great for fingerstyle. The custom features that jumped out at me on this guitar, I kind of, when I first saw it, in my mind, if I was to go to a Martin dealer and say, okay, I want a 0018 GE, but I want to get a custom model because I have certain features on it that I want to have on there. If I ordered that from scratch, it would literally have just about everything this guitar has. So when I saw it, I was just, you know, wow, there it is. There's the guitar that I would build if I was so inclined to spend that kind of money. All in a custom package, used, in great shape, ready to go. So I'm going to go over that real quick. The first custom feature, the Adirondack top on this, is actually a grade 8. Now, admittedly, I am not well versed in the different grades that Martin has, but from the reading that I've done over the years, I believe that a grade 8 is a very high grade for Martin, certainly much higher than your standard production model. So I can attest that, looking at it, it's a beautiful, very straight grain top without any run out. I mean, there is nothing on here at all. There's no silking, no bear claw. It's just perfect. There's no blemishes of any kind. Nice straight grain. The second thing, and the first thing that really popped out at me, is the amber tone finish. I am a sucker for Martin amber tone. I was never a burst guy for acoustic guitars until I saw the Martin amber tone. With burst guitars, I generally don't like the real sharp transition from a very light to a very dark outside. I prefer a more subtle transition, and the amber tone is exactly that. So the 0018 VS UMGF I had was an amber tone, and I fell in love with that finish when I had that guitar. And now every time I see any Martin guitar with an amber tone finish, I love it. So the next thing I noticed about this guitar, did not have a pick guard. Obviously, as you just saw, I don't play with a pick. I play fingerstyle, so I don't need a pick guard. And to me, while I don't necessarily mind a pick guard, if I don't need it, why have it? Because it covers up the beautiful wood grain. I'd rather see the wood. Personally, I think that all pick guards should be clear, but that's just me. The next thing that I noticed is I generally don't like blingy guitars. I mean, a little bit of bling, tasteful bling, okay, I can handle that. For instance, and here's a great example of that, the rosette around here is a single row, a single ring of abalone, a thin ring too. You know, if it was very wide, it'd look gaudy. If there was, you know, abalone all the way around the outside, to me that looks too gaudy. It's kind of it's ostentatious, you know. It detracts from the guitar, or it makes it just too pretty, like it's too pretty to play. This, on the other hand, is perfect. It's, you know, white, black, abalone, black, white. So it's tasteful, it's nice, it accentuates the guitar very well. Again, that's exactly what I would order if I was custom ordering a guitar. The next thing I noticed is it had a slotted headstock. I love slotted headstocks. I think they look cool, retro, just very attractive looking to me. I also prefer them for tuning. To me, reaching in straight like this to tune 6 buttons is a lot more natural than coming in like this with your, you know, dropping your shoulder like that. That to me is not very natural at all. I know a lot of people don't like changing strings on slotted headstocks. I don't think it's really any harder. It's just a different. It's just a different process, and I think once you've done it a couple times, it's no more difficult or slow going than a paddle headstock. I will say that I wish Martin would adopt the Taylor beveled center posts. I think that makes slotted headstock string changing a lot easier, but I don't expect that to happen anytime soon. It's got Grover chrome tuners with brass wheels and chrome butterbean knobs, which I really like. They're very smooth. And then, speaking of tasteful bling, it has ebony overlay with the Martin torch inlay on it, which in the torch inlay to me, it's definitely you know, pretty you know, pretty intense, but in a classy kind of way. It kind of gives the guitar a real classy, high-end look, for want of a better word. And then it has the Martin stamp on the back. Other than that, you know, ebony fretboard with your standard abalone dot inlays, ebony bridge, ebony pins. The one wild card about this when I bought it was it came with a LR Baggs Lyric pickup, which I had no experience with. I did not like it. I spent a couple of days really trying to get some good tones out of it. I go into a Carbon AG200 Carbon, but could not do it. Couldn't get a good tone at all. So I had the strings were old. I had to change some strings out. So I pulled the old strings off, yanked the Lyric right out of there. I happen to have an LR Baggs M80 laying around, so I stuck that in there for now. Generally speaking, I am a K&K guy. If I have my way on any guitar, I'll put a K&K pickup in it always. So this may get a K&K pickup in it. My only reservation about that is I have had problems at the occasional open mic with taming feedback on a K&K equipped guitar, whereas something like an M80, because it's a, you know, magnetic sound hole pickup, is just naturally feedback resistant. So I'm going to kind of go back and forth about that. As you just heard, it sounds decent. It does sound somewhat like the guitar, courtesy of the internal mic of the M80, which is on, but the K&K would still sound much better. So I'm kind of on the fence on that. I'll kind of cross that bridge when I get there. But other than that, it's a great guitar. I'm going to play a little bit now, just fingerstyle. I'm glad I did play amplified first, because as I can see, my transmitter, wireless, has gone dead, as I thought it would. I apologize if there's any flickering lights or you can hear the wind chimes. It's the day before Halloween in New Hampshire, and we had a massive windstorm last night. So 200,000 people without power, including me. I got a tree laying across my driveway on my wires. So the power I have right now is coming from my generator, so the lights are flickering a little bit. And it's still kind of windy out. So I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit acoustically now so you can hear that, and then I'll summarize. So there you have it, Martin 0018 GE Golden Era, custom, beautiful. Thank you so much, AGF member Tony, for selling this to me. You're a gentleman and a scholar. I still can't believe you parted with this guitar, so I will take very, very, very good care of it. If I do end up putting a K&K in, I'll record another video just so you can see what that sounds like and post that. So enjoy. Peace.